Paul Conrad was a fearless American artist, known primarily for his biting, insightful political cartoons. He worked at the Los Angeles Times for over 3 decades and was awarded the Pulitzer Prize 3 times. He chronicled the careers of 9 presidents and helped bring about the downfall of 1. In the 1980s, he drew a cartoon of an atomic bomb blast made out of chains, titled Chain Reaction, a satirical metaphor of a highly possible situation which, if enacted, could wipe out all humanity at any time.
He was very fortunate to have benefactors put up the money to take this cartoon and turn it into a 26-foot tall sculpture that was voted on by the city of Santa Monica to have this as a public sculpture as well as a clear and present message for everyone to view.
Chain Reaction is not only the most important piece of public art in the city of Santa Monica, in the county of Los Angeles, but in the country as a whole.
I feel like that sculpture and I have grown up together. It really is a statement for something that I've grown up to believe in all of my life.
A statement like that is not commonly found in this country, let alone the world.
A nuclear explosion, whether by intent or accident, is a great equalizer. It eliminates corporate lawyers and the homeless, government employees and small business owners, artists, homeowners, and renters alike. It leaves an area uninhabitable for generations.
In the event of a nuclear war, there is no civil defense.
So it's critical that we not, at this vital time when we're confronting Iran and other places, to stop proliferation, that we would dismantle such a message.
This thing, of all the pieces that we have in the city that we've supported over the years, I think is the most significant.
The visualization of atomic bomb bursts really aren't being shown anymore. I think there's now probably 2 generations that don't know what it was, and the next generation won't have a clue what that thing is. They'll think it's a golf tee.
It sat there for 22 years, but the city never maintained it properly, and they decided that the piece should be torn down and taken away.
I'm Dave Conrad, the son of the late Paul Conrad, the sculptor of the Chain Reaction.
He worked in a medium newspaper that people would read and throw away. And so for him to feel so strongly about this, to erect something that could not be thrown away easily, he obviously cared about it greatly.
And something like this couldn't get made today as public art.
Money is not available to the arts.
I'm very supportive of this piece of work. You know, when I was on the council in '90, I was one of the votes that I think put it over the hump at that time.
But to take it out of the arts budget at a time when all of our arts organizations are finding money harder and harder to get.
I would support the staff recommendation if we said authorize a commitment of up to $85,000 in funding from the Cultural Trust Fund or another source.
The assessment is that the sculpture does remain in an unsafe condition.
I've read all the reports. The findings are the sculpture's fine. It needs repair.
And all that it needs is to be analyzed, looked at, put back together, cleaned up, and hopefully have a beautiful fence around it so that indeed people will not climb on it. That was one of the problems.
I'll admit I climbed on it. I promise if it is fixed, I will never climb on it again, I swear.
We can just agree right now that we will not be hearing this again. This will not come back to us for another extension. It's do or die. If you don't raise the full amount that it takes to make it safe, this is going to be no-go.
They put a number of close to $400,000. They gave us the drop-dead date of February 1st, 2014. This date is coming up on us very fast.
It's incredible to think that it's even being disputed, saving it.
This message of our duty to work for peace is still relevant.
A Paul Revere wake-up call. there really aren't many permanent statements of peace.
And I think now people really understand the deep meaning of it.
We need to keep it where it is, repair it as needed, and protect it from further damage.
And keep in mind that chain reaction was a gift originally, costing the city nothing, so any money spent now remains a very good deal for the city.
It would be a crime not to do everything possible to save it.
So we're asking for your help. Send what you can. Help us save Paul Conrad's chain reaction.